Gilgil Hills Academy back in the spotlight after a young baby 3-year-old Faiz Faraj dies in the school compound under unclear circumstances. But the grief spreading one truth is slowly surfacing. This is not the first time. Back in 2008, another child walked in the same school compound but never walked out alive. Her name was Linda Chepkorir Koech, a class 7 pupil. She fell sick quietly inside the dormitory. A cough, chest pain, the stomach pain. Days passed. No hospital, no urgent alarm, no call. At home. Inside the school clinic, she was given medication, painkillers, antibiotic, even malarial drugs without proper tests, no doctor's examination. Then one morning, she did not wake up. By the time parents were being made aware, their daughter was no longer in bed, but in a coffin. What a devastating move. A post-mortem later revealed a condition the doctors say can be treated if caught early, but in this case, help came too late. The family went to court. Years later, in December 10th, 2025, the judges at Court of Appeal spoke firmly. The school had failed in its duty. It had acted too slowly, too casual in a situation that needed urgency. The blame was placed largely on the institution, Gilgil Hill Academy. The ruling still stands till date. Now, nearly 2 decades later, the name Gilgil Hill Academy is once again back on the spotlight. Whispers in fear and anger from the parents who are grieving in agony. Unexplained death, the school rather trying to cover up, picking the child from school to a hospital without the parents' consent. What did the school do? Try to do a post-mortem without the consent of the parents. The questions are, what was the school trying to hide? Rather, what really happened to this 3-year-old baby who was found dead in a school compound, while post-mortem analysis rule out any possibility of drowning like the school had earlier stated. The post-mortem analysis clearly states there was no water in the mouth, no water in the intestines, no water in the internal organs, making us question even further what really transpired. How did this boy end up dying under unclear circumstances? Is the school trying to cover up a perfect scapegoat, a clear alibi which was ruled out by the post-mortem analysis? People are not stupid. When someone drowns, the whole body is always full of water, including water from the mouth. Post-mortem clearly states this boy had head injuries. So many questions, so many theories. What could really have transpired that led to the death of this boy? And how did he end up in a fish pond in the school compound? Sad truth is, baby Faiz did not drown in the fish pond. He died somewhere else and was later brought to the fish pond where he was found. And who found him? Because the school removed him from the pond before the parents could actually arrive. A perfect cover-up. The boy endured a painful death, which was evident as he even lost control of his bladder due to his suffering. What a devastating conclusion. The ECD compound is securely fenced and the pond area is also well protected with a closed gate. This raises questions. How was Faiz? How did Faiz manage to enter a fenced fish pond area? Because it is well protected and with a gate, both fenced and locked. Can the principal take accountability and explain to the devastating parents the actual cause of the accident, rather what really transpired? These unclear circumstances in which children are perishing from schools are so rampant and really giving parents agony. You parents go to school, they don't get any clear explanation to what transpired. Rather, the teachers are running away in fear, hiding, instead of cooling down and explaining to the dear parents. It is such a devastating state. How a 3-year-old baby was found dead under unclear circumstances in a fish pond. Can we really get answers to what really transpired to this poor baby? Was he beaten? Was he attacked? Why had injuries? Because post-mortem does not lie. This baby was in so much pain and fear that he ended up wetting his pants. Can you imagine the amount of suffering this baby went through to an extent of losing his bladder? Total devastation, an inhumane act, unexplained theory. What really transpired? Only Gilgil Hills Academy, the head teacher and the teachers in the school compound could be well informed. Doesn't the school have CCTV cameras that could actually prove the entire scenario? Do we even have culprits? Is there any arrest warrants? No answer for sure. The only thing is the pain of a devastated parent who took a child to school very healthy, only to be called, your child is in the mortuary, with the school hiding any clear explanations to what happened. And if this is the second time a death under unclear circumstances is happening, what measures should the school take? Could this be a developing pattern? Are parents still waiting for another death to occur? Investigations should be carried out, and the public should also be made aware of the ongoing reason why this young baby perished under unclear circumstances. Could it be that a teacher was punishing the child and ended up punishing the wrong place? Why head injuries? The questions are so many, and we cannot actually answer these questions by ourselves. We need a thorough investigation carried out to satisfy both the parents and the public. Do you think this school should actually be suspended from having an operating license after losing 2 children under unclear circumstances, with one case still pending in court? Well, the baby was actually laid to rest since he is a Muslim. We condole with the family greatly. It is such a devastating story, one which agonizes. Losing a 3-year-old baby boy is not that easy. Well, sorry for the loss to the parents, but the school should actually come out and explain in detail what exactly transpired. Well, stay tuned to Royal News for more news updates on this developing story of a 3-year-old boy who was found dead in a fish pond in Gilgil Hills Academy under unclear circumstances. No explanation, no teacher taking accountability for the matter. On Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending bulletins. JD Ishmaels.